Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare 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 Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Rama
Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Pranava.
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jayo Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Jayo Guru Maharaj
Jaya Guru Maharaj Jaya Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Jaya Pati
Nitai Gora Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura.
Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol
Jai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Gaur Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Gaura Premanande
Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam
Well done, well done, well done.
Well and Jai Mai
Jai Mai, Jai Mai. You did good. I will do Prabhupada Arti then.
Prabhupada.
Yeah.
Is the Aarti trained?
I think Pranab Prabhu is getting it.
So today in class, it's Narottam Das Thakur has a disappearance.
Okay. Can't tell me to.
Well, but there's songs we can do. And
Nimai, let's put the
you know
other.
some Narottam Das Thakur song, yeah? Anadilo, what is his name? Jaya Nilo.
Yeah, but that's in his appearance. We got loads of Namaste Thakur buttons. Shikshna there, Karamori. Grab the other speaker because it sounds a bit tinny.
Jai. I'm not getting used to this. They're not running around. Whatever you're giving them, keep giving. Huh? Yeah, there's no other children to play with. What day is today? Narottam Das Thakur's the appearance of his. Check it.
It's not good.
The way you sit, don't you strain your.
No, it's already hurting, so why would I sit like this? Prabhu, after Shubhadati, you want to do some Kirtan? If you get the other bun, plug it in, and
Radhika is not well. Vomiting and all.
there's a norovirus going around, and that's really bad. If you catch it, you just get vomiting and diarrhea, basically.
For a long time,
Yeah.
especially children.
Yeah, so be a bit careful.
So don't go near him.
Don't go near him, yeah.
He's a daddy. He's a daddy. The parents.
Appearance.
Parents.
Appearance, yeah.
Wow. We must read about it. What we didn't know about that.
All that thing. Is it on?
One simple button.
You haven't got a thingy for it though, okay?
Is it the cable there? The red one. It's the red cable there.
See, Friday was great. Sunday,
Oh no.
appearance, disappearance.
Yeah, appearance.
No, nothing last tacos.
Oh, dude.
We'll
We're going to do that one today. When we did on
Very, very powerful.
the Rose Parents Day.
Most of the budgets are
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I got the actual ending for it because I forgot it on the day, so I just switched to the standard ending that I do.
Oh, that's
So,
right.
you know, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
You know, your name is going to
Get Bali.
Hare. Oh, that's high. Go on. Hare Krishna. Wow, man, it's proper feeling, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna. Are we ready for Prabhupada? Okay.
And then he goes, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Then it goes, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is that the end? That's the proper one. He doesn't even sing that in there. I have to add in stuff because he does loads of other stuff which does sound okay.
During Aarti we can do those two as well.
Yeah, I did, because I tried it during Aarti and it took off and I thought, okay,
And even like the Omra part.
guys, consistent, okay? Don't do anything fancy on the symbols, please.
On the beat.
Learn the basics. When you get the good of the basics, then you can do the rest. Have you learned the brain? Have you learned the advanced stuff yet?
Mommy's going to sing.
That's a no. In your brain.
This is the one is in Shri Guru. Shri Guru Charan. Shall I just start straight, Prabhuji, or do you want me to? Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala पद्मा
केवल भक्ति सन्मा
बंदो मोई सावधान माते
पल्लवये सावधान माते
यहार प्रसादे भाए ए भाव तोरिया
याहर प्रसादे बाय ये भगतो दिया जा कृष्ण
कृष्ण प्राप्ति होय जहाँ होय ते
कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो या होते
गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्या चितते कोरिये आख्या
गुरुमुखा पद्मालया चित दे गोरिया
और ना कोई हो माने आशा
और ना कोरियो मने आशा
श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे ही उत्तम गति
श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे भूतमगति
ये प्रसाद दूरे सर्व आशा
ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा
चक्षुबंदी लो जाए जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा देते
भक्ति जा
वेदे गाय जहर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जानार बंधु लोके नाथ लोके रे जीवाना श्रीला प्रभुपाद लोके रे जीवाना हा हा प्रभु कोरो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु कोरो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया
मोरे पाद छाया
एवे जास घुस त्रिभुवाना
सुश्रुति भुवाना
लीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावाना
शीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावाना
लीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावाना
शीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावाना
जय
प्रभुपदा
जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा शीला प्रभुपदा
जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय
Srila Prabhupada ki Jaya Vishnupad Paramhans Paravaracharya Stotra Satshishimas Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki Anant Kori Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Narottam Das Thakur's Appearance Day ki Jai Hari Bol. So welcome. Today we have a beautiful event which is Narottam Das Thakur's Appearance Day. So we'll be giving a talk on that. And Narottam Das Thakur has written so many incredible Vaishnava bhajans we sing regularly, and Guru Vandana as well. And so we will be mentioning those prayers. And Narottam Das Thakur gave quite a lot of bhav, bhakti, which is not a regular thing because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed him. So we'll talk more about it later on. And now we're going to do some kirtans, and Naval Prabhu is going to sing. And so there you are. Jai. You going to back in?
My voice, I think, is trying to say it. It's still sore.
Could I have a sip from this? Could I have a sip?
I can get you some water.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Thai, Corporate.
Ishan, if you can sing Jai Radha Madhav, then we can do the clowns.
जय राधा माधव
That's all right.
जय
Give us a darshan.
कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव
कुंज
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी Hare
Nitai.
So you know Narottam Das song. One of them will translate.
You want me to sing it or what?
Yeah, in between, yeah. Because you won't get much. Just sing it out like rather than wait for a response. I'm just giving a sample of people you're familiar with. So you know some of them.
Vaishnav songbook.
Yes.
Not the red one, the normal one. I'll find it on the KK song instead.
Oh, not yet. Not yet. No. Narottam Das
Bro, you can set a mic.
Yeah. Yes. Lead up, lead up, lead up. Lead up, too small. Take it from the side, take it from the side. Which take? Yeah, but that's specific. You sing it.
Just take that one because I'm singing in between. Yeah.
Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savdutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vachakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Krishna Das Swami Niti Namine Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. So warm welcome to the Sunday program. On Friday we had the appearance day of Nityanandji, and it was incredible festival. And today is appearance day of another N, Narottam Das Thakur. Now, the songs we sang on Friday night, a few of them were Narottam Das Thakur's compositions. And we must make connection with the Gaudiya Acharyas. Otherwise, we're just another temple, you know, and then you get drift into whatever they worship, the saints they do, but they're not in our line. Why that is important is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Ji, they came to give special kind of path, you know, bhav bhakti, prem bhakti. The others have like worships, upasana, dharam, sanatam dharam, vidhi. So you become a better person, your life is comfortable, you can go to heaven and maybe Vaikunt. But it's all like left pretty loose. So if you have the enthusiasm to be religious and you meet the right sort of sadhu, then you would advance. But there isn't like lot of support from anywhere else. Sometimes people are flying solo, they go to the temple, they're the only good guys. The rest come to the temple, but they don't have a clue what Siddhanta is. But Gaudiya Vaishnavism is very much, constructed institution where it starts with a Dahav Shraddha. You got to have Shraddha to actually enter. But then Sadhu Sang, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivriti, it's all stepped like that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was classic at stepping everything, structuring everything. So can you imagine even your faith is structured? I mean, usually faith is quite loose, like my faith is stronger than yours, you could compare. But Gaudiyas, they will ask you a question. So, what's your bhav like? What's your nishtha? Now, Shraddha and Nishtha, there are loads of things happening in between. Sadhu Sang, association devotees. You can go to regular temples. There are devotees there, but some are Shivite, some are Mata Bhakt, a whole lot of things. They're all nice to each other. They have prasad together, they have kirtans together, everything. It's nice. But is it enough? That's the thing, to progress. It's all about progressing. When we go, you come to the temple from your place, Redditch, you got to be progressing to get here. If you stop halfway through, you haven't quite made it, So you want to, like Friday, children went to bed, so you couldn't come to the festival. So you can see you had all the intention, but one of the factor was the kids were too tired, and that was it. You had to call it off. You can see what happened. You need to progress. Children, you have to be quiet, huh? What's the name? You have to be quiet. And so between Shraddha and Nishtha, what is the second step? Sadhu Sang, right? So if you don't have Sadhu Sang, well, if you have Sadhu Sang, what's the next one? Bhajan Kriya. You got to do your bhajan. It doesn't mean you get the harmonium and tabla and everything. It's really, you meditate on the Lord and do that as well, kirtans and everything. Then after that, the progress is anartha nivriti. So all your anarthas have to be removed. Believe you me, everybody is a mine of anarthas. We have desires from time immemorial. We've had so many. That's why we got the family we got now. And they got you. So you can see all the desires, they come, they bind you. Don't think, oh, after this, I'll realize I don't want to be involved in Maya and everything, I'll do that. It's not so easy. Right till the end, you'll still be thinking, I wish, and then you come back. So anartha nivriti, so you have to remove those. You can't remove them. But meditating on the Lord's pastimes removes it. The different demons who came and Krishna killed them, that is anartha nivriti. And then it is nishtha. So you can see, you can't jump from Shraddha to nishtha. Nishtha means so strong faith, nothing can rock you. And that then starts the next one. Ruchi, Rati. Ruchi is you get a taste of it. Rati is then become attached to it. That's what you want to do. But you got to get up to Nishtha. So most of the temples you would go to who are not trained up, the Shraddha is good, they're a bit of association. But Anartha Nivriti, no. They actually go to the deities. Like this morning, somebody left on a plate, or yesterday, some sort of yellow powder, chilies and black thing, maybe chani thing, or somebody must have told them. And Pujari, they came, I ain't touching that. Could be whatever. So, we have to dispose of it somehow. See why they come. And they have some sort of desire. They think if we do this, whatever they do, that will solve the problem. They're not looking beyond it. To them, that's crippling them. See? Whereas in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, they realize this is going to happen. And when it happens, it's painful. It is sad. But you move on. You move on. And you pray to the Lord, hope everybody's okay. So you can't jump from Shraddha to Nishtha just like that. Just like that. You got to go through the stages. And we Gaudiya Vaishnavas should realize that. Please don't think you got initiated and that's it. No, it's not a fast track train. No, it isn't like that. You get thrown out of it. You know, at every other junction they'll check your ticket. Have you, sadhu sang? Yeah, or stay on. Anartha Nivriti, oh no, not yet, so get off, all right, till you sort that out. So this train is there, definitely. It's called Bhakti Lata Beach, different stages. But if you do a lot of aparadhs and everything, even if you're initiated, in fact it's worse. Best not to get initiated, because then you won't be committing aparadhs. But when you get initiated, you wait for it, the weeds start to come. And we got to get to the Nishtha bit. So Gaudiya Vaishnavism has got Siddhanta. I mean, I didn't even know what it meant. I remember there was some sort of situation. One person said, ISKCON hasn't got Siddhanta. I go, of course it has. But I didn't know what Siddhanta was, but I just said it because I believed in Prabhupada. And as I put the phone down, I goes, Siddhanta, what is Siddhanta? So check it out, And when I realized it, the Chaitanya Charitamrita is all about Siddhanta. Siddhanta, perfected conclusion. Like Krishna's tu Bhagwan Swayam. That's a Siddhanta. Saying, maybe Krishna, you are the Bhagwan. That is not Siddhanta, that's not perfect. That's assuming, Anuman, you're guessing. But when you realize it's written in the scriptures, that's what it is. So these acharyas who come in Gaudiya Vaishnava line, you really got to get to know them. And I must say, we sing their songs, but we're all at fault. We don't dig deep enough saying, what am I going to get? Well, we sing their songs, don't we? We do the process, but there is no bhav in it. It's like thinking, if I do that, this is what Prabhuji does, if I do that, if I memorize the prayers and everything, but you say the prayers over and over again, your heart doesn't click in because the bhav isn't there. The words are there. It's like, say, Prabhu, give me pani. Prabhu, give me pani. Nobody gives me pani, I'm still thirsty. I'm thinking nobody's listening. So similarly, we say the prayers, no bhav in it, and nothing happens. And after years and years, you say the same prayers, and you know it perfectly. And it's like driving, when you get used to going to the route, you're not even looking. You get to your work and you're thinking, how did I come here? Can't remember what was left, right, or whatever. But when you are going first time, you're really checking out every junction and everything like that. But then you get used to it. So your heart is not in it. So similarly, these prayers, honestly, some of them sing so beautifully, but they don't realize what they've just said. Because they know the tune, they know the words, they go for it. But when you hear the acharyas, like on Friday, we were reading the meanings of these bhajans, suddenly everybody was connecting. The melody was nice, the whole feeling was good. But when you read it thinking, oh my God, look what the acharya is saying. They consider themselves lower than the lowest. And when we sing, we think we are higher than the highest. Such ahankar and abhiman. So these acharyas, they display this humility, and yet they're composing these bhajans. But they never get proud about it. Yeah, welcome, Gaurang. So what we'll do is, I'm going to ask Guru Sevak to sing one of...
what we did the other day?
Oh, Haribol, you're here, yeah. So your children didn't come? It's all right, we can play loudly today. The kids were going like that.
No. That's Ritu.
Oh, I got it wrong. There's another guy. All right, but you're not even married. Okay, sorry, I got that wrong. So excuse me for that. Yes. This person looks similar to you. Right, Guru Seva, you want to pick one?
Then the more Nityananda that did the other day, that's actually by Nityananda.
That's Narottam Thakur. Okay, can you sing? Can you put the words up there? So he's not going to repeat. He's just going to go through all the verses like that, because there are a couple of songs. Just realize that. Then we'll read the translation of the song. Yeah.
Yeah, D. Dhanamora Nityananda Patimora Gorachanda Pranamora Jugala Kishora Pranamora Nityananda Patimora Gorachanda
Janamora Jugala Kishora
Advaita Acharya Bala Godadara Mara Kola Narahari Vilasayima Hara
Advaita Acharya Gadadhara Narahari
Vaishnavera Pada Duli Tahe Mora Snana Kili Tarpan Mora Vaishnavera Nama Vichara Kariya Mane Bhakti Rasaya Shodane Modasta Shivagvata Purana Vaishnavera Yochishta Tahe Mora Mana Nishta Vaishnavera Namete Yodasa Vrindavana Chabutago Tahe Mora Mana Geno Kohi Dino Naro Tamada Tanamora Nityananda Patimora Gorachanda Pranamora Jugala Kishora Pranamora Jugala Kishora.
So you can read the translation, please.
Lord Nityananda is my wealth. Lord Gaurachandra is my master. The youthful divine couple is my life. Advaita Acharya is my strength. Gadadhar is my family. Narahari Sarkar is my glory. The dust of the devotees' lotus feet is my bathing water. The chanting of the devotees' names is my satisfaction. Considering the merits of all Vedic literatures in the light of devotional service, I have concluded the Srimad Bhagavatam is the best of all scriptures. My mind is firmly convinced of the spiritual benefit obtained by eating the remnants of foodstuffs left by the devotees. The names of the devotees are my happiness. The land of Vrindavan is the enclosure within which I keep my mind. Wow. Poor-hearted Narottam Das speaks in this way.
So wonderful. I mean, can you see the procedure is in there, what to do. Say the names of Vaishnavas. And, no backbiting, nothing, saying the names, and also having their eaten prasad already, The volume on this one is a little low. So, this is Narottam Das Thakur, and I would have one more bhajan. You want to sing Narottam Das Thakur? So you can ask, they can put it up. I'm just giving a flavor of that he was able to write these beautiful bhajans, and we all sing in them.
Goranga Balita Habe?
हाँ गौरंगा बोली गौरंगा बोली जो
play. You know it on harmony.
Move over, Rover.
Jimmy, take it over.
Let Jimmy take over. Jai Jai Sri Radhe. So can you slowly read the translation?
When will that opportune moment come to us, when there will be shivering of the body as soon as we chant Lord Gauranga's name? While chanting Hare Krishna, when will there be tears in the eyes? When will I obtain the mercy of Lord Nitya Chandra? When, by his mercy, will the desire for material enjoyment become insignificant? When the mind is completely purified, being freed from material anxieties and desires, then I shall be able to understand Vrindavan and the conjugal love for Radha and Krishna. Then my spiritual life will be successful. When shall I be very much eager to study the books left by the 6 Goswamis, headed by Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami? By their instruction, I shall be able to properly understand the loving affairs of Radha and Krishna. My only aspiration is to attain the lotus feet of the 6 Goswamis, headed by Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Narottam Das continuously prays to attain their lotus feet. Jai
Jai.
Thai.
Come on, big round of applause. That was a really, really nice bhajan. Now you can see in there's a lot of siddhanta, a lot of instructions, what we should do to understand Radha Krishna's love. We just think automatically one day it'll just drop. No, there's many acharyas who really, really worked so hard, were living in austere situations to understand, love of Radha Krishna. And many people go to Bharat and Vrindavan, and it's easy to say Radhe Radhe. Yeah? Those of us say Radhe Radhe, and we really do enjoy it. But please don't think by saying it you have understood who Radharani is. You definitely get the joy because her name is so wonderful. And Krishna thinks, oh, who's saying Radhe Radhe? He'll bless you. But you need to understand, Radharani's moods, bhav, and the sakhis, all that. The sadhu sang will reveal what the relationship is about. When you're chanting, you're asking for a relationship, like, may I understand Radharani? Hame samajh pad jaye. But sadhus will tell you what to do to understand and taste. That's what they call rasiks and bhavuk. Then the bhav comes. So similarly, these acharyas, they spend a lot of time in Vrindavan under trees. They would sleep under trees. And I will read his biography, what he did. They gave all that up to attain this love. We are doing the other way around. We're going into bhakti, but we are accumulating more and more material things. Yes? And then we wonder, how come I don't have tears in my eyes when I chant Mahamantra? Why my body doesn't shake when I say Gauranga? You know? Because हमने इतना इकट्ठा कर लिया, ये भी ले लें, वो भी ले लें. To become devotee of the Lord is very, very simple. Live simply. Prabhupada said, simple living and high thinking. And we're doing the other way around. High living and simple thinking. Yes? And some people are lost. They're not even thinking about the Lord and whatever. So we should read the pastimes of people like Narottam Das Thakur. Now when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there and Nityanand who were on the altar, Narottam Das Thakur wasn't born yet. Amazing. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Bengal, and over there there's Padmavati Nadi river. When he went there, he called Padmavati, and she came out as a person. He said, I'm going to give you love of Radha Krishna to hold. And when a devotee called Narottam comes, he even named him, Narottam comes, you give this treasure I've given you to him. And Padmavati said, how would I know it's Narottam? Because so many devotees come. So he said, when he will come, he'll enter you, your waters is going to swell like anything. And he is Narottam Das, and you give him the love. Whatever treasure I've given you, you give it to him. So guess what? When Narottam Das came, he just put his foot in the river, and he started to raise like that. And Padmavati realized, that's the person I must give the treasure to. And immediately, his color from dark turned into golden. He's a young boy. And when he went home, his parents realized, oh my God, he's changed. What's happened? So what I'll do is I won't give too much away. I'll read a little bit of his pastime. Here it is. Appearing as the son of a king. He was son of a king? Yeah, just like Raghunath. Shri Narottam Das Thakur, Shri Thakur Mahashya, some people used to call him, showed all the bodily symptom of a Mahapurusha, an exalted divine person. He had long arms, a deep navel, golden complexion, beautiful eyes shaped like the lotus petals, really big eyes. In school, he was Shrutidhara. What does that mean? Able to memorize whatever he hears. In the past, that's what he used to be. You know, in Gurukuls, Guru would speak, they didn't write notes, they'll memorize it. First time hearing, you know. Now, we hear it so many times, it still doesn't stick. Although he quickly mastered Sanskrit and the Vedas, he hankered to serve Krishna. What was the last bit? Hankered to? Serve Krishna. So please remember, serve. Whenever you come to this temple, think of serving. It's not just enough, just Bhagwan ka naam liya karke seva nahi ki, but seva karni hai zarur. He was a lifelong brahmachari, Nashtik brahmachari. By the mercy of the holy name, Gora Nitai, Narottam Das became detached. So bolo, Gora Nitai. You are detached. Left his opulent family and ran to Vrindavan. Now, Mataji gaate na, chalo Vrindavan, aisa kuch aap gaate the last time. Bada acha lag raha hai. So Vrindavan ko jana humne. He took Diksha from Sri Lokanath Goswami in Vrindavan and Siksha in Gaudiya philosophy from Sri Jiva Goswami. So the 6 Goswamis, there are 6 Goswamis, those who don't know. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand, they gave the knowledge to Rupa and Sanatana. And then there are 6 Goswamis. They stayed in Vrindavan to revive Vrindavan. Jo abhi Vrindavan aap dekh rahe ho na, ye Rup, Sanatana, Gopal Bhatt, Raghunath, Sri Jiva, इन्होंने किया था विस्तार में. तो at that time even Banke Bihari and Radha Vallabh Mandir wasn't there. And sometimes they claim they were there, but historians know it. It was, do you know in Nandagaon who found the deities? When you go to Nandagaon at the top, the Radha Krishna deities, guess who found them? They came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, say in a cave there is some deities. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and said, that is Krishna and Balaram. They're both black. And Balaram became black because demons used to come for him, so they would get confused which one is Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found them. Radha Kund, Sham Kund. Who found it? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why Chaitanya ke charan hai wahan pe, Radha Kund, Sham Kund mein jao. Highest pilgrimage. So then he told the 6 Goswamis, you rediscover Vrindavan, because after Krishna left, the places were forgotten. And they started to worship Durga everywhere. They forgotten Krishna. So when Nityanand went first to Vrindavan, he realized that they all forgotten Krishna. And then he started to cry. He goes, when is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going to come and change it? So when he went to Mayapur, met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, don't worry, I will be going. So it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who re-established all these places in Vrindavan which we are enjoying now. So nicely. So bolo Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. So the 6 Goswami which was left for Jiva Goswami, others had gone. And Narottam Das Thakur was able to have him as his Shiksha Guru. And Jiva Goswami has written the most literature. I forget the numbers, but there's loads and loads. There's Sandarbhas, which is topics from Bhagavatam expanded so you can understand them. This Sandarbha. Who is the Lord? What is Prem? What is, Paramatma? All this. 6 Sandarbhas. And even in the West, people are studying those to this day, trying to understand bhakti. Trying to understand, and it's all reference from Bhagavatam. We read Bhagavatam, we can't even understand one verse, and Jiva Goswami was expanding on it and saying what it means. After reading Sandarbhas, you become so fixed in your Krishna consciousness. It's the highest level. So Narottam Das Thakur was able to have him Shiksha Guru. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had told him, you get in a dream, you get initiated from Lokanath Maharaj. Yes. So then he went to Lokanath Maharaj. If you go to Radha Raman Mandir, just going a little bit down towards Yamuna, there is Radha Gokulanand. Yeah, you've been there, yeah. And in there is a Shaligram where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's thumbprint is there. So Narottam Das Thakur was given that, And there is a Lokanath's deity there as well being worshipped, Gokulanand there. And it is said Samadhi of Narottam Das Thakur is there and Lokanath Maharaj. Those places are just hiding quietly. We just go and see Banke Bihari, Radha Vallabh and Radharaman come away, but there's all these other beautiful places there. So you can see Narottam Das Thakur wanted initiation from Lokanath Maharaj. Lokanath Maharaj says, I will not be giving initiation. I do not give Diksha. He says, please, I need to have, let me serve you. He said, no, I don't want any service. Many sadhus don't want any seva. Seva nahi chahiye aapki. So then he would say, what should I do? So in the morning, Lokanath Maharaj used to go and do the morning, toilet and whatever like that in an area. Narottam Das would hide. And then his Maharaj would go, he wasn't initiated yet, he would go and clean that area, because realizing his Guru, or Guru to be, will come again next day. And every time he would come saying, looks like somebody is cleaning this place. Ye kaun saaf kar jata hai? So he would do that. So one day what he did was, he said, I want to find out who's doing this service, because I don't want any service. So then he went, did toilet, and then he went away and hid behind a bush. And then Narottam Das came, and he cleaned his toilet and put it away, cleaned the whole area. And he came, what are you doing? So those who were sleeping just woke up. And he said, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm trying to do some service. And he goes, but I told you. He said, no, please. No, I don't want to see you. Just go. Sadhus are very kathor. And Narottam Das just said, it was so sad as he walked, he goes, that's one service I was giving, even that is stopped. At night time, he had a dream, and the Lord said, why are you being so cruel? Give him initiation. Give him initiation. So then next day, he called Narottam Das, and he said, okay, I'll give you initiation, but you're the only one I'll give initiation, and nobody else. Come on, big round of applause for that. Can you imagine how hard it was to get Diksha? And we don't want to work hard. You just give your name and your own guru say, oh my God, aap banna chahte hain, mere Shri Chauke se. Om Tat Sat. Chal bhai, ho gaya. You have to earn it. You have to show that you are keen. So even though Narottam Das Thakur is got the treasure of love from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly, from the Padmavati Nadi, even then he had to work hard to get initiation. You read this, and he's the son of a king. And there's another story, I'm going to read further there. When he went back after Vrindavan, he went back to Bengal, I think, Narottam Das Thakur. And he initiated Brahmin boys. And the Brahmin community didn't like it. They thought Narottam Das was a Shudra. Because he's a king, he's a Shudra. So the Brahmins have this mentality that we are, and others are just, So, but he initiated Brahmin boys, and they thought this society is just going to go corrupt. Because a Shudra initiating a Brahmin, this is going topsy-turning. So then they went to the king. There was another king in the neighboring. He says, this Narottam Das is doing wrong. We should really arrest him. So he said, okay, let's go. So took the Brahmin with him in the army like that. And Narottam Das Thakur got the news that they're coming to arrest him. So he told his Shishya, well, Krishna is there. Krishna will protect me. Wo suraksha karega. So I'll just leave it to him. And the disciple says, no, we'll do something. So what they did was, about a couple of miles away from the mutt, they set up a marketplace, like ordinary market. The disciples turned into ordinary people selling, sabji and everything like that. So when the king came, he goes, oh, we could do with rest. He goes, there's a marketplace. So please go purchase some vegetables and everything. So when they went there, the market people were sellers. They were just speaking in Sanskrit. And these people couldn't communicate. And they kept saying, Kim, all this kind of thing, And they just came away. And the king heard it. He said, come here. What language are they speaking? He said, Sanskrit. He said, Pagal, these guys are market. They're sellers. If they are speaking Sanskrit, what would Narottam Das Thakur be speaking? Well, you want to embarrass me? The ordinary guys are speaking Sanskrit. He'll be speaking Mahasanskrit. So let's go from here before you embarrass me. Then he told the Brahmins, and they went away from there. And the disciples went and said they went away, defeated them. Come on, big round of applause for that as well. But, we are thinking that happened way back and all that. But please, in your lives, when you turn to Krishna, He'll protect you. He will. Loads of challenges. They keep coming in life. People become envious, irkha-dvesh. People don't like devotees. Are kya Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, like that. But we know what we are feeling. On Friday, how much enjoyment we had. Saturday morning, I was feeling drunk in ecstasy. Body was aching. I told Tamal, how are you? He said, body's breaking up. But I loved it. So you can see devotional service is actually, Prabhupada said, recreation. Singing, dancing, and eating prasadam. That's what happened in the temple. But look what you experience. Through the prasadam, you are tasting Krishna Prem Ras. Through the singing, you're singing Krishna's name, you're listening to Krishna's name. That's rasa as well. And whoever has written these bhajans, they were experiencing the Radha Krishna bhav when they wrote that bhajan. And Pundrik's father was saying that don't try to compose any songs. Aapka bhava bhi nahi, aap gaane mat likhiye, aapko bhajan nahi likhne aayenge. Just repeat what the acharyas have done. Because they have experienced, they are writing, not rhyme the words, sad, bad, glad, rhyme at the end. They are feeling, you can see them translation, all this simple Bengali, but look at the message. And at the end of the song, they'll put their name down and they'll say the most fallen person. Look how to be humble. So let's. It's good that on Friday we did so many bhajans, and we were doing the translation. I was feeling it. Why don't we do this on regular basis? Even today, that's why I wanted 2 of the bhajans to be said. So I'll read further about Narottam Das Thakur. Okay. Sri Lokanath Das and Shiksha in Gaudiya philosophy from Srila Jiva Goswami. So when Narottam Das arrived in Navadvip Dham, all the devotees asked him about the health and activities of the Goswamis in Vrindavan. So Narottam Das, Shyamanand Pandit, and Srinivas, they were three. Three of them were getting Shiksha from Jiva Goswami. And they are amazing. I mean, Shyamanand, near Radha Damodar Mandir, there is a place where Shyamanand was actually sweeping one day, and he found Nupur, ankle belt, there. And as the jhadu touched, the brush touched that Nupur, it transformed into gold, and he was dark colored, and it turned into gold. And he realized, what's that I've touched? Jai Sachinandanita Chan ki. So he touched the Nupur, and of course it transformed, and then he put it in his pocket, or wherever. And then Radharani realized she's left her, Nupur, it dropped somewhere. So told Lalita, Lalita ji, can you go and find out where I've dropped my Nupur? So she transformed into an old lady, and she was looking, and so Shyamanand Pandit went, he goes, Mate, what are you looking for? He goes, oh, hamari bitiya ka Nupur gir gaya yahan. To bolte, haan? To wo kaisa hai? How is it? And she described it, and he goes, well, I have it, but I'll only give it to you saying, who is your Swamini? First tell me who the Swamini is. And then she said, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Just give me the Nupur. He goes, no, I will not give it to you. First you tell me, whose Nupur is this? And then Lalita just said, it's Radharani's. And he goes, whoa, do something. He said, I might not take darshan of Radharani, but can you do something? Can you put your lotus foot on my forehead? So she put the foot on the forehead. The tilak came up like the heel. This looks like a heel. And then whatever ring she had, the toe ring, that pressed on it. So his tilak went this way with a dot in it, like that, permanently. And then he came back and she disappeared and took the Nupur. He was coming in ecstasy. And Jiva Goswami saw from far, goes, that Shyamanand, his color has changed. Looks like, because they're all manjaris. They have one leg in the spiritual world, one leg here. And he saw them go, Shyamanand, no, his name used to be a different one before. Is it Dukhi Krishna Das? Okay, Dukhi Krishna Das, that was his name. But his name Shyamanand, because Shyama is Radharani, He says, so what happened? You look so good. Then he told the story. And Jiva Goswami said, don't tell anybody this has happened. So, obviously, if you have met Lalita ji and she put foot on your forehead, my God, ecstasy. So everybody became envious. So they reported to his guru, who was elsewhere, that Jiva Goswami has renamed your disciple Shyamanand, and he's got a different tilak. So his Guru Maharaj came and told Jiva Goswami, what are you doing to my disciples? You're just supposed to be Shiksha, give instruction, but why are you changing his name and everything? He says, no, you came in his dream and did all that. He said, well, I'm his guru. If I'm in the dream, I would know it. He says, so just go, I don't know. He just left it like that. So his Guru Maharaj got upset. So they were colleagues, Shyamanand, Narottam Das, and Srinivas, wherever they went. And Srinivas was a great writer. He took loads of books back to Bengal because they would write all these scriptures. And a king was there, and a Jyotish told him, somebody's coming with the treasure, loads of treasure. It's really worth, it's life-changing treasure. And the king says, right, we're going to have that treasure. So Srinivas is coming with a bullock cart, with all his books and everything. So they went there, he got robbed, because the king arranged it. And when he went to the, Srinivas went to the kingdom, he was really sad. And the king said, why are you sad? He says, somebody's stolen all my treasure. And then he says, I don't know how to get it back. That's my life's work. And the king sort of went and looked at the treasure. They were just books. So he realized he's also calling it treasure. Jyotish called it treasure as well. Then he surrendered at his lotus feet. He said, I have those books. and then he got initiated, and he became a great devotee. You can see all three of them had special gifts. And this is after the 6 Goswami, apart from Jiva Goswami, they inherited that. These three acharyas, inspired others, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Baldev Vidyabhushan. And then you were telling the story of Krishna Das? Siddh Krishna Das and all that. Their connection with Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj is at the end. Then Bhakti, Golkishoda. No, somebody put it wrong way around. So, Parampara. Carefully, Okay. So, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and then with the beard, Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, then Bhakti Siddhanta with the glasses on, and then Srila Prabhupada, and then after Srila Prabhupada's disciples initiating. Can you see it's all linked up like that? Right up to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's very important that we get to know these acharyas. And don't think I'll be just using up my time, I'll do something else. Please, they do not only inspire, by even saying their names. He just said, say the name of the Vaishnavas. It purifies you. And that's why at the end also, when they do the bhajan, their name is there. So then they are giving the blessing behind the bhajan. Because we are saying their name. You have to appreciate sadhu sang. Even here, devotees are here. Please deal with each other with love and trust each other. Your bhakti will grow. Don't ignore devotees here. Even in the kitchen and all the Matajis cooking and all that, they are devotees. The children, they are devotees. And don't say big devotee, small devotee. Devotee is a devotee, like small fire, big fire. It still burn you, And please realize, and that's what I'm trying to emphasize here. Okay, I'll read further. When he arrived in Navdvip is like Mayapur, all the devotees asked him about the health and activities of Goswamis in Vrindavan. Now you have to realize when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born in Mayapur, he had his pastimes in Navdvip, Mayapur. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left and went to Jagannath Puri, took sannyas. So then he had Ramanand Roy, Swarup Damodar, others in Orissa. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami and Raghunath and others. They went to Vrindavan, right? So you can see the Rupa, Sanatana and all of, they influenced a community over there. So the original community in Mayapur, another one in Odisha, another in Vrindavan. Now they used to hear about each other. There was no mobile phones or let's do a video call and do that. They used to just hear there's some devotees there. So whenever somebody would come from Vrindavan, they all wanted to know about these great devotees, Sanatam, Rupa and others like that. And they would tell stories. And Narottam Das wanted to know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did when he was growing up in Navadvip. Then he went to Jagannath Puri as well to find out what did he do So we should do the same. We should go to Mayapur, go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthplace, Yogpeeth, and where he did the bhajans and kirtans. Then you go to Jagannath Puri, go to Gambhira Mandir, Haridas Thakur, Sudha Bakul, and then Tota Gopinath with Gadadas. This list there. When you go to Vrindavan, there is the Radha Raman, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Gop. Can you see these communities were going up? But there was no, tying them up. And guess who tied them up? Many years later, Krishnadas Kaviraj, when he wrote the Chaitanya Charitamrita. He wrote the Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was very scholarly because he's written the Ashtkala Leela, which is in Sanskrit. But he chose to write in simple Bengali. So he's with the 6 Goswamis in Vrindavan, but writing in Bengali, very simple Bengali. So he connects the Bengali devotees as well. And then he's talking about the pastime in Jagannath Puri in there. So he connected all of them. And that's how Prabhupada came, gave us the translation of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we have become familiar with Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri and Mayapur. And we should thank all these acharyas, Krishnadas Kaviraj especially. He talks about the Siddhant and pastimes of Krishna. So this is all a lot of information for you, but I'm just telling you, even I didn't know that, I couldn't connect. But you have to thank Krishnadas Kaviraj, who Nityanand Prabhu came in his dream. Nityanand had left. Came in his dream, and he's about 90-year-old, Krishnadas Kaviraj. Told him in Bengal, you go to Vrindavan and write Chaitanya Charitamrita. He left immediately. He's old and whatever. And even when he's writing, saying, I can hardly see my own writing, I can hardly hear. But he was writing because you're blessed. So all these personality have been blessed. So you remember when we have birthdays here, we said, can you everybody put left hand on the heart and do that? Give him blessing. So one of us can't bless, but all of us put together will get the blessing. Blessing is so, like Bharat mein, Ashirvad. Mata Pita ka used to spersh the feet, they say Ashirvad. Very, very important. Please don't miss it. It's not all about studying books. That is just information. But the practical thing is touching the feet, doing seva. Our Guru Maharaj used to stay for three months, Coventry, and these young boys used to massage feet, and he'll never say stop. It'll be 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11:30, they're just feeling sleepy. And if they stop, Maharaj, stop, you stopped? You think Maharaj is going to sleep? No, Maharaj. Continue again. And now we find the benefit that we feel bhakti. So to serve the saints is very, very important. So Narottam Das, when he went there, they asked about the 6 Goswamis. They were eager to hear news from Vrindavan. After visiting all of Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastime places in Goramandal, Narottam Das did the same in Sri Kshetra Dham, which is Jagannath Puri. Then he went to see the devotees and Sri Chaitanya's pastimes in Shantipur. Advaita Acharya is the one, there's Panch Tattva there with the beard. Advaita Acharya called for, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand. The Shantipur, we went there and Guru Sevak sang there. Yeah, you did. And there were some other young lads as well. When they heard you sing, then they sang as well. And it was really nice. I think Premaji would remember that. And then Kanthak Nagar, this is where I think Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu got married to Janvi Devi. So that. And Ekachakra and Kheturi Gram. In Kheturi Gram, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityanand had gone, they had a festival on appearance day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they called all the Gaudiya Vaishnava from Bengal, from Odisha, from Vrindavan, a big one. They had differences. Even in temples we have differences. You want to do it one way, another person wants to do another way. So the Advaita Acharya followers said, their Advaita is the Mukhya. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu followers said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the highest. And Nityanand wants, they would do that. They all came, and guess who was there? Janavi Devi. And Nityanand Prabhu had gone, left the world. So she was there, and she then, this thing, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda, she put it together. And that's why the Gaudiyas all came together. Otherwise, they were all feeling champions with individuals, not putting to. That's why Panch Tattva, the 5 of them have to be worshipped. And I won't expand on that one. In Kheturi, Sri Narottam Das Thakur arranged the famous Kheturi Mahotsav. This was the first Gaur Purnima festival to honor the divine appearance day of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. During the festival, 6 deities were installed: Sri Gaurangadev, Sri Vallabhi Kanta, Sri Vraj Mohana, Sri Krishna, Sri Radhakant, and Sri Radharaman. With his sweet voice, Narottam Das began a wonderful kirtan. His chanting filled the heavens and brought down tears of prem from the eyes of the devotees, who were all sporting in the ocean of ecstasy. In the midst of the kirtan, the magnificent Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself and his personal associates appeared and joined in the Sankirtan. So these kirtans we do, even on Friday we're feeling such a nice bhav, but don't think it was your singing or mardanga playing or cymbals. It was the kirtan, and there's Gonitai in front of you. They start to manifest this bhav in there. But they actually appeared. Himself appeared in the crowd of devotees through a divine manifestation. It's called Bhakti Ratnakar. At that time, although Mahaprabhu had left this world years before, many different devotees saw Mahaprabhu in different ways. Those of Sri Navdvip Dham saw him more intimately as Nimai Chandra or Vishwambara, as they knew him during his youth. Those devotees were attracted to Mahaprabhu in Sakhya and Vatsalya Ras. Because Vatsalya Bhav, isliye, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was small when he grew up, so many felt like mother to him, so Vatsalya. But I'll read later on. The followers of the sixth Goswami, who only knew Mahaprabhu as sannyasi, related to him in the mood of Dasyaras, because they saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Swami and Das. And hundreds of devotees also worshipped Lord Chaitanya in an Aishwarya mood of awe and reverence. They saw him as, because he presented himself as Radha Krishna as well, and Narayan sometimes. So in the festival he appeared, but they saw him differently. Just as Krishna and Balaram, when they went into the arena to fight the wrestlers, each person with their bhav saw Krishna differently. This festival is considered a major achievement in Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Hundreds and hundreds of devotees were invited, including direct disciples of Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu and Advaitacharya. At this time, many differences existed in the interpretation of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Acharyani, Jahnavi Devi, came from Khardaha with her entourage, presiding over all the Vaishnavas. She resolved their diverse conclusions into one consistent Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. For the first time, the festival featured many kirtan styles, which integrated the glorification of Lord Chaitanya with the glorification of Lord Krishna and his pastimes. And because of so many Vaishnavas were present at one place, it automatically made the Kheturi festival extraordinary. It also acted as an important step towards unifying all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Sri Navdvip Parikrima. So it goes, Narottam Das Thakur wrote many devotional songs about the spiritual master, Guru Vandana, the devotees, devotional service, the six Goswamis, Gaur Nitai and Radha Krishna. Although composed with sweet melodies in simple Bengali language, listen to this, although composed with sweet melody in simple Bengali language, Narottam Das songs gave Shastrik Siddhanta, see the word Siddhanta is here, and devotional inspiration. Srila Prabhupada often sang these bhajans, considering them non-different from Vedic Shastras. He quoted them in Bhagavatam lectures. Prarthana and Prem Bhakti Chandrika are Narottam's most famous works. So this is the following excerpt comes from the Prema Bhakti Chandrika. So repeat after me. Radha and Krishna are my goal in life and death. And they are masters of my breath, performing my bhajan only for them. I rise and fall in the ocean of prema. I pray that I can always maintain this conception within my heart as my highest ideal. Let me serve the lotus feet of Radha Govinda. Let my mind be filled with dedication to their divine forms that defeat the beauty of Cupid and Rati. With a straw between my teeth, I fall at the divine feet and present my humble appeal. So this one, say it loudly. O Kishore Kishori, O son of Nanda Maharaj, Shama Sundara, and O daughter of King Vrishabhanu, Sri Radha, you enchant even Hari, and your bodily complexion is the color of golden lotus. O Krishna, with a bodily color like an Indra Neela gem, it's a blue jewel, your beauty mocks Cupid. So, last one. O topmost dancers, Sri Radha and Sri Krishna, please dance within my mind. O you whose beauty increases the charm of your dazzling ornaments, day and night, I only wish that I shall go on singing your glories in great ecstasy. And Narottam Das serves Srimati Radhika as Champak Manjari. His samadhi is in Radha Gokulnand's temple, Kocha. So you can see, this is extraordinary personality. And we're singing his bhajans. And today was his appearance day. Anuragi told me before coming to the temple. So I had 5 minutes to research. So I hope I'm able to give you a little bit of attraction for Narottam Das. But all these 6 Goswamis, they all love Radha Krishna via Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu. Please realize. And on our altar, we have Nityanand Prabhu on the left and at the back, beautiful poster. Shall we give a Pranava Prabhu another round of applause for doing all this? And Tulsi and Radha Roop, they all really worked hard. And then you can see that's Gonitai, we love him. Then we got Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu followers had in Jagannath Puri as well. So there's Jagannath Baldev. And then over here we have Vrindavan. And we have Radha Madhav here. So that's our goal as well. And then we have Giriraj there, small Giriraj. And there's Madhusudan, Manima. And then we have Radha Raman. So you can see that is Jagannath Puri, Mayapur, and that is Vrindavan. We have all the 3 dhams here. And the Lord is also called Dham, Paramadham. But he's not a place, but we want we want to know him. So he's a Dham as well. Even Arjun called him that you're Dham, So please realize that these are Dhams and the Lordship is a Dham himself as well. So our goal should be to serve Radha Krishna. So thank you very much for listening and appreciating appearance of Narottam Das Thakur. On Friday it was Nityanand's appearance day. And now we're going to do Aarti. And I will request to all of you, sing the Aarti, but plus dance as well. Your Mata Shri danced the other day, you see. So now all of you should dance. It does say we should dance for Krishna. So all of you stand up, please. While you're singing, you dance as well. Then the bhakti is complete. Yeah. Yes.
When you're chanting, like when you're sitting down and chanting, Krishna sits next to you, and when you're lying down, some people lie down. That's what they said. That Krishna lies down with you when he's chanting. So whatever we do for Krishna, he's always next to us.
Yeah, very good. So it is being suggested in Vrindavan, there was a class and your brother was there. And they are saying when you're dancing, Krishna is dancing with you. When you're chanting, Krishna is sitting next to you when you're chanting. And when you're lying down, Krishna is there with you as well. So think of Krishna. And if you're sleeping in Vrindavan, the Lord thinks you're paying Danvat Pranam. Even though you're sleeping, you think, getting Danvat Pranam for 8 hours. Very nice Danvat Pranam. Okay, thank you very much. If you'd like to stand and let's do Aarti. Hari Bol, Jai Bol, Jai.
Jaya Sachinandan Jani Taichan Sachinandan Jayani Taichan Jaya Sachinandan Jayani Taichan Sachinandan Jayani Taichan Jaya Jaya Gorachade Arati Koshobha Janave Tatavani Jagomanalobha Dakheneni Taisa Bame Gadadha Nikateya Dvaitasini Vasochatrada বসে আছে গোরা চাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে
বসি আছে গোরা চাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে
আরতি করে না ব্রহ্মা আদিদেব গানে
আরতি করে না ব্রহ্মা আদিদেব গানে
নরহরি আদি করে সমর ধুলায়
নর হরিয়াদি হরি চামর দুলায়
সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু ঘোষাদি গায়
জয় মুকুন্দ ভাসু গোসারি গা
শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে বাজে ঘোরতা
শঙ্খ বাজে গন্ধা বাজে বাজে করতা
মধুরাম রে গঙ্গাবাদী পরমরাশা
দন্ত বাজে পরমর সারা
মধুরাম রে গঙ্গাবাদী পরমরাশা
রামে দন্ত বাজে পরমর সারা
শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মধুর মধুর মাধুর বাজে
শঙ্খ বাজে গন্ধা বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে
শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মধুর মধুর মাধুর বাজে
বাজে গন্ধা বাজে মধুর মধুর বাজে
মধুর 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 বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে
মধুর মধুর মধুর
নিতাই
বাজে
গৌরা হরি বল বদন উজ্জ্বল
শিববাহু কোটি চন্দ্র দিদি ভজন উজাল
আগল দেশে বনমালা করে ঝালমা
দেশে বনমালা করে যার মালা
শিবা সুখ নারদ প্রেমে গদ গদ
শিব সুখ নারদা প্রেম গদাধারা
আভসতে বিনোদ দেখে গোরার সম্পদ ভক্তে বিনোদ দেখে গোরার সম্পদ আগোরাঙ্গেরা রাতে শোভা জগদান মানারোভা গোরাঙ্গেরা রাতে শোভা জগদান মানারোভা জগদান মানারোভা জগদান মানারোভা নিতাই গৌরা হারিব 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 নিতাই গৌরা হারিব হরি বল 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 নমো নমো বিষ্ণুপাদায় কৃষ্ণপৃষ্ঠায় ভূতলে শ্রীমতে ভক্তি বেদান্ত স্বামী নিতে নামিনী
विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय